This is the 2022 Monte Bello. The Monte Bello vineyard is a very unique growing site in California. The Santa Cruz Mountains has a geology that's very, very different from most places in California in that we have limestone in the soil, and we're also just a few miles away from the Pacific Ocean. So that proximity to the cool air from the Pacific makes it a relatively cool growing region compared to other areas where Cabernet is grown in California. It's also grown at a much higher elevation, so all of these factors contribute to fruit that is very, very intense, small berries, tends to have quite a bit of tannin, lots of color, really contributes to its ageability. 2022 was the third in a series of drought years here on the mountain. So that further caused stress in the vines, reduced yields. When the grapes did come into the winery, we had very, very small berries, and we knew we were going to have wines that had quite a bit of tannin. So managing that tannin in 2022 was really critical. We began at the crusher by destemming the grapes but leaving them as whole berries. That helps to moderate tannin extraction. And then in the fermenter, twice daily pump overs to extract color and tannin, we reduced to just once per day. Unlike our Zinfandel wines, where most of them come from field blends in which grape varietals are interplanted and then we co-ferment them, at Monte Bello we keep all of the individual Bordeaux varietals separate. So we ferment each block of Cabernet, each block of Merlot, each block of Cabernet Franc, and each block of Petit Verdot separately. We do that because they mature at slightly different rates, and also because there's such rich and full-bodied wines in terms of structure, they're harder to judge immediately. So we wait until the new year after the vintage to sit down and taste all of the individual blocks. In 2022, we selected 18 of the best blocks out of the 31 that we were looking at to make the 22 Monte Bello. Monte Bello is the only wine we make at Ridge, which is aged in 100% new oak. It's all American oak. And to really help integrate those tannins, we left it in barrel a little longer than usually. Typically, Monte Bello will age for about 16 to 18 months in barrel. In 2022, we left it in barrel for a full 20 months. Great expression of fruit. Some really, really taut tannins right now. As with most Monte Bellos, this is a wine which, if you can wait for about 8 to 10 years before really starting to enjoy it out of your cellar, you'll definitely be rewarded. Cheers.